Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
We going?
Yeah.
Damn, hey, you guys are getting a raw version of Blazzy Pause. Like, this is my fourth day doing like camera content. Not only that, but this is the first time I ever done something after a long ass day of work.
Yeah.
What you been up to today?
You don't want to know. It's literally a long ass list.
Yeah.
If you want to hear the truth, I can tell you right now.
What meetings and?
Let's check it out.
Oh, you have the list. He has the list.
I have to. You think that my fry ass is gonna remember any of this shit?
And do you think this is like a regular day for you?
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Oh, shit.
bro, that's a list. You guys think you're busy? You're not busy, yo.
So everything that's like up to right here,
Uh-huh.
I had complete today. There's still a lot of things I got to complete. So I had hit this designer about the artwork. I had to follow up with this company about a project. I had to follow up, call this other company about this mural I'm working. Some place a scammer hoodie I got to fulfill. Working on this weed bag. Working on this packaging. Working on this video. I got to call somebody about this video. We got to show this program we're going to start using. We have another meeting with this person. I had to get inventory on this item. We had to get rhinestone pieces from here. We had to go do Zoom. Excuse me. We had to go do work with somebody's. Arch, we just got a gang of shit, bro. I'm talking about like 40% of my day so far.
That's crazy.
And I still have shit to do when I get home.
Yeah, and it's already 9 p.m. and you've been working all day.
It's just like it's a full-time job, but like I have nothing better to do with my time.
Yeah.
Keep it real. If I wasn't doing shit, you know what I'd be doing? Playing GTA. That's not productive to the world. You know? That's just like it's fun. Sick, I love playing that shit, but like this is gonna like help me pay bills, gonna help my team pay bills, you know what I mean? This is gonna help people bring their ideas alive. So
yeah,
I feel like a public servant, but it's the life you chose, You want it on your plate, you better get it,
How do you go about like making that list? Like where do you start?
So I have a list of like 150 things that I want to get done in the next like 6 months to a year, right?
Okay.
Everything from ideas to like, hey, call this person, to like, hey, we got to do this paperwork. And every day I just prioritize what my day's looking like. Like I've already done that list, times every day for like what feels like 3 years, to like know how long I'm gonna need like to have for like 8 hours. So I'll set my day up like that, and then I set time for like what I'm gonna do when I get home. Like I do design when I get home, and I do administrative stuff when I'm at the office. So I'll just look like 40 things. Like this is most important to me. These are my priority. This is what I want to get done.
Did you think that like if you were to go back, the Blazzy that was working at LAX, or Ross would think that you'd be this busy right now? Or did you never expect it to be this busy?
I never expected to get this busy. Like I have this cute ass Christopher Kites. I got this cute little rug that says I'm working on 13 projects. No disrespect, like bro, like we look at that. We used to look at that in like 2019, be like, 13 projects is a lot of items we gotta fulfill. Like, how are we gonna do this? Now it's like, bro, we're like in the mid 2 digits, like 30 to 60 projects a day. We gotta just check on them, count on them. The thing about these manufacturers, you gotta be on their ass.
Yeah. What's that back and forth like with the manufacturers?
I mean, that's more of like my production team will have like a better answer for you on that.
Okay.
They said cluttered desk is a cluttered mind. I got cluttered as desk myself, but I just try to be focused on just creativity and like administrative decisions rather than just like production. I know if I was behind that like computer working on production, I'd be on there all day.
What do you think is the biggest like problem you've ran into with like manufacturers?
Money, just as far as like them coming short on like their end. Like, all right, cool. Like this jacket is supposed to come with a regular zipper, not fucking like a drop zipper, like just little shit like that.
So it wasn't supposed to have the zipper?
No.
I always thought that this was like a tear
Well, it
drop
was,
or like a lean drop.
It was, but they messed it up by making it like double layered. So that kind of had us upset.
Okay.
But so calls like that, that's just a small reflection of what we got to deal with, with our products. But
is that something you fix on the later releases of the jacket?
Well, you think about like, so how am I gonna work with a lawyer, dealing with someone from China.
Mm.
Like first of all, that's expensive.
Yeah.
And then you find a Chinese lawyer, and then you can try to prosecute them. Like it's really like their word versus yours.
Mm.
It'd be such it'd be a big pain to get through some of these manufacturers. But we do, we keep it honest. Yellow pages are just like the right people to work with.
How do you like seem to find a balance between managing like your teams and everything, and then keeping track of stuff you got to do as well?
The notes tab I showed you. So I what I need to do from like my team, I communicate that as soon as I get into the office. That's the time I need the most with my team. They don't operate between 10 to 4 a.m. like I do. That's meant for creativity and like, all right, let me make this fucking mock up, or let me see if this is cool.
Yeah.
Um and I just make sure to organize it. You can still go around, Chris. I just make sure to organize it like according to what project we have going on, you know?
So how big is your team, and how do you go about like choosing the right people to have around you?
Well, how big is my team is like a hard question to answer because I personally don't know. There's a lot of people who get paid on different aspects.
Yeah.
It's really like a network of people that help, nothing personal. Some people get paid salary, some people get paid hourly, some people get paid both. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Some people just get paid commission.
Hmm.
So, what was that second question?
How do you like go about picking the right people to have around
Man, you just smell them. I'll smell it, then I'll tell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's people that just obviously don't fit in, and they don't really stick around too long. They might just be here for like 12 months, then they head out. You know,
Okay. What inspires you to like keep innovating, like and just better all your design?
just the constant fear of like living in my shadow. Like, I don't ever want to be pointed at. Like, my first product that really blew up, in my opinion, was a Perk 30 jersey.
Yeah.
People started calling me the Perk 30 guy. I was getting offended. I was like, oh my god, it's corny. Every single Perk 30, when the Perk 30 got you, they'll just send it to me. And I'm like, this is not cool. Like, this is getting lame.
Yeah.
So I was just like, just reinventing myself.
Yeah. And then like pushing like, the fentanyl tea, like what inspires you to do that?
What inspired me to do that was the fact that you go on YouTube and search this Blazzy fentanyl news. They made a newscast about me on K, not about me, but about fentanyl sales made online, and they found a niche on OfferUp on Craigslist where if you search up blue shorts, blue jersey, perk jersey, items will pop up. My jersey was being used as
Like a front.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it was an accessory to the consumption of buying of perks. And I just felt like I was doing the community damage. I started losing friends left and right to perks, people overdosing in front of me. I went through like 2 overdoses in front of me,
Yeah.
top to bottom. That shit sucks. In the same room, bro. What? So I felt like it was only right. Like I decided not to drop a whole shirt during the year 2021, but the fentanyl shirt. That's just a statement. And until this day, it's been I've once we did our like run of like 500 perk jerseys in the summer of 2020, we decided not to ever drop them again. So since then, you go on Amazon, you're gonna have a field day. Your fingers are getting numb. Perk 30 jerseys, just gang of motherfuckers just reselling them, But I've already RIP the homie Jason, RIP the homie Old Man. I could go Old Man AV. I could go all day long about just like the friends that died just of that drug, and it's just like, no, I don't ever want to like promote it.
Yeah. So that kind of like the with the Narcan jersey as well, kind of the same, trying to flip the
Yeah. So,
push like better stuff
well,
into it.
I'm proud to say that with the fentanyl, like I've sold like, well, I mean, a per jersey wasn't even like 500. Like, okay, do a backflip. Like the the fentanyl shirts, like, yeah, we've sold plenty, like a fuckload more than the perk jerseys. Let's just leave it at that.
Would you say it's like that and Sparkaroo or like the top or?
No, Sparkaroo is just chilling. You know, Sparkaroo. I did a perk jersey as far as like units. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie, shit.
What's like
Shout out to
a
Sparkaroo, man.
is
I'm
that
glad you
like an
brought that
item you
up.
didn't think would do as well as it did, or
I did not think it would do as well as it did because we were constantly selling out. It's one of those things where it's like, wow, this thing's going crazy. I thought we were gonna be able to run it up. It was gonna do its thing. You know, Chris is right here beside me. He does
yeah.
production for us. He's been with me for the last 3 years. But I didn't think it was gonna. You know, it's going. It's doing pretty good as far as like numbers. Like it sold very very well. Like a lot of units. It's hard to make money out $25. You know, you gotta pay everybody. But like it, man, it's like with the same McDonald's. It's like they don't make money out the fries. They make money out the soda. You know, it's the same shit.
So I heard you talk about the 80/20 rule. Are you down to break it down a little bit more? Or...
Do you mind like explaining?
Yeah, you were saying
I'll be
that
saying a lot of shit. I'm
you're
sorry.
yeah, that's something I also wanted to ask where you like all your stuff comes from. But the 80/20 rule, you were saying that 80% of your sales come from 20%
Oh
of your
yeah, yeah,
product.
yeah. So that's something that I explored with shots that came up in the drought. Jake, shot. I was talking to my dog Jake about like just about like you know where's his you know perspective on doing production and figuring out should I develop a mini collection, should I make something 30 pieces, and he said, well, the truth is, Blazzy, 80% of the product, 20% of your products, your output is going to be 80% of your income, and 80% of the products is going to be 20% of your income, and I believe that 1000%. I did a lot of reflecting last year, and I realized like that's still the truth. These 20 bangers were 80% of my income.
Hmm.
The rest is hearsay.
So how do you like focus on making those 20 bangers into like
Study them.
everybody?
You study them. Well, can you repeat that?
Like how do you make it like so like those 20 bangers is like everything you drop is like a banger, you know?
Well, we're spending some time this year on just there's, I like to call them A products, B products, C product, D, F.
Yeah.
Just there. You could look at a product and be like, okay, this is A1. You could look at something and be like, okay, this is B plus, this is B minus, this is C plus. For a long while we were focused on just dropping anything above a B plus. Now it's just dropping A plus, A plus. Not only that, but we found the bottleneck since our creativity is at 10. We need to apply this to marketing.
Mm.
So that's where my main focus is at this year.
How much of it is a product compared to like the marketing? Like could you have
Well,
like a mid product
honestly,
but if the marketing is A1, like is it
I'm
gonna
gonna
sell?
say it's very subjective because like you could still have a great product and not know what you're doing and just post it and people are gonna love it. It happened to me. I don't have marketing.
Mm.
I'm getting into it last year. Just got into it. But I think that I have homies that focus on just marketing their brand. They use the same logos every single time, but the fact that they got their marketing down to a fucking T, it doesn't matter how many hoodies they drop. Like they want to be part of this community because of the image you've developed.
So like do you feel like um you used to do like more marketing that was like on the floor, you know, like t-shirt like on the floor and you kind of show a video? Do you think it's better to do like more like photo shoots and stuff like that, or
Well, at first, what I was able to witness was like it resonated with my audience as far as like leaving items on the floor. You feel as a consumer like, hey, this is like my friend just posted this.
Mhm.
You get the relation, or just think about how am I being tagged on my story? How are people presenting this shirt? Let me go ahead and copy them. So that's what I was doing, and that's fun. But what I've learned through my friends via marketing is it's really about building that world. We've done a great job of like serving creativity. That's no question. No one's out here saying like they suck at creativity. They're amazing at marketing.
Yeah.
So we got creativity solved. So it's really just about like how do we communicate the same energy that we have here and apply it to different circuits.
Do you have like a certain standard for how do you know like when something is the standard?
Well, the beauty of these items is they take around like I'm gonna say like from idea to development, like 3D version or 3D printer version. It takes around like 3 months for it to come into like sample. We'll talk about another month. We're on month 4. Still love it. You still on honeymoon phase? What's going on? After month 4, you get into production. Now you're on month 9. That shit's all 500 at your doorstep. Took you 9 months to do this. Do you still love this bitch? You know? If
Yeah.
not, then like kick rocks. You know? I've been there. It sucks. You know, but
So you've ate 500 pieces before? Like, you're like, okay, I'm not dropping them.
yeah, there's like 3 products. There's the what would you say? The T-shirt. We got the T-shirt, the one that you measure with. Leave it at that. You got the you got the bracelets, fitted hats,
Are those the Montclair ones?
fitted hats.
I need one of those. If you got them, bro, I'll buy one right now.
It's good to know.
Yeah. I thought I was
I
hard,
think
and
it
you
might be
never
those 3. Or
you
might
never dropped it. I thought that was hard. You used to wear it on the redacted cast.
I'm dead. But yeah, there's a lot of products that like we spend time and just develop them. But that's you're dealing with a banger. I write down all these ideas, so every day I just read them, and I think about them for 2 seconds every single day, and I'm like, do I like this? And then you're gonna know within a month, like, okay, I'm tired of seeing this fucking word. I just click delete, and now you get into production. Once you see this shit in person, can I still like it? Like, I love this Palatero cart, you know what I mean? Like, I love all this shit that we're making right now. Like, I want to drop this. Let's do this.
Do you feel like you've got like the psychology also figured out to get people to interact and all that, like on social media and
I don't think I got it like solved to like as good as Mr. Beast does.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Where he's like producing different contents for different languages.
yeah,
Maybe I should get on that. If I had a Mexico Blazzy, if I had a Chinese Blazzy, yeah, man, well, now we talking. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as like with my audience, I think I've learned to like understand that at the end of the day, you are looking at a lot of my artwork here at this office, but you're also dealing with a lot of like stuff that I buy as a consumer. I'm
yeah.
a consumer at the end of the day. You come to my crib, like it's a lot of shit on the wall that wouldn't be there even if like I worked a job that allowed me to have a crib like that. Like I would still just have shit like that around the crib.
And so, like, what inspires your art and all that, like your creativity and wanting to be around it?
Well, you know what? It started off with the Bang Bob. I was, known as T-shirts. And the T-shirt guy hit me up, DMs open, let's go. And then after that, it just became like, cool. You guys want to hit this? You guys good?
I'm down.
It started becoming all right, let's make products. Let me know when it's we getting close to that, by the way. Now it's a matter of like, let's make products, and thank God I was just thinking about like what's the perfect thing to draw, and I was just going through TJ, and I was really realizing all those piggy banks. I'll pass it over. I was realizing that all the piggy banks were yeah, Chucky ones. They got ones of the Joker. They got America ones. They got all these different like piggy banks. They don't have any SpongeBob, any gangster SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So I decided to make that, and thankfully enough, my audience gravitated towards that, and we moved forward from there. And I was like, after that, call it destiny, call it what you want. I got with the right people, and they encouraged me to just continue that state of mind, and we developed the team off of that.
Would you say that was your first Punchline product, or was there one before that?
Maybe like the perk jersey. That was like, or like the 10, 12 blessings that we did with Superficial right before that. There's a couple moments, but that was the biggest one. We never sold 1,000 products. You know what I'm saying? That was that first one.
How
to be
long did
like,
that take you to sell 1,000?
It took us around like 9 months because we did several drops. Listen, we did the first day we sold this. Let me just encourage all y'all just to like listen. We're not in the Supreme era. We're in the community era. You know what I'm saying? Don't freak out if you don't sell it the first day. I think the first day that one sold like 30 or like 80, which is very embarrassing, man. That's like, what the fuck? Like, ain't no way.
So, did you like sell out and then redrop it?
Or? No. I just, what? Like, I just keep it real. I just kept it on my site, so I had like 500. I initially got 500. You know, I already put 300, just keep 200 for the homies and for DMs. Sold out of that 300. Song goes viral. Posted it again. Wiped them bitches out. In the next 3 months. But in between, there's products that like sell out instantly. Like there's products every other week where they're like, yo, we have no more of these. Take them off the site. I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't like selling out. Like me personally, that I don't come from that. Like I've been to like one Supreme like spend the night drop where you gotta like wait all night. I didn't go anywhere. I had to go to work later on that day, and I hated it. And I'm not about that hype shit. I think it's all about availability.
Did you get anything from the drop?
No, all I did was
You waited
all I
for
did was
nothing?
sleep on the yard. Yeah,
Damn,
I slept in front of Chief and heavily.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what do you say? Like, what is the importance of punchlines? Like, I always say, you drop stuff that like looks like other stuff, or is it just important to just have?
Let me drop a word for y'all. Juxtaposition. It's just about like, let me find out the definition. Hey Siri, define juxtaposition. The fact of two things being seen or placed close together with contrasting effect. Just to share that, like, we want to repurpose these ideas. I think, like, Virgil, I'm a student of him, you know what I'm saying? He blew up off of that shit. It's like just reintroducing familiar ideas in a new way. That's kind of like our style right here. But not only that, we try to keep it fresh. We're not always trying to be redundant and be expectful. That was a challenge with us with the stash box. We're considering, we could be jackasses and put nothing personal a million times on the side, but that'd be boring. So let's go ahead and develop real bootlegs, and instead of Matrix, it's called a simulation. Grand Theft Auto, ground armed robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when people see that at my office, they're always like, "Whoa, what? Those aren't real games?" Like,
thanks for getting it, bro. Real one. Thanks for coming with the jacket too.
Yeah, bro. Of course, I had to. I didn't know if that was like too crazy or not to do that. How do you do when like people try to like copy you? Like,
I accept it. I laugh at it. Maybe if you asked me like 7 years ago, I would have like, man, that shit ain't fair, bro. What the fuck? I'm gonna DM this motherfucker. I'm gonna make this affect my day. Now I look at it, bro. Sheen's ripped me off. Everybody, bro. My idols, bro. Like the biggest brands that I looked up to ripped me off. I've walked into offices that make millions of dollars where my shit's on the fucking mood board.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've already like I've seen. There's been people as of recent who like dapped me up at like events. Who was like, bro, we all did this because of you. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, but you gotta understand that like you are in an industry where people get offended by that. You look at an industry like food. Like the guy who made macaroni, if next time y'all eat that, he ain't gonna get paid off of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand this is for art. And like, get your chili, you know what I'm saying? Get your money, but like, you can't be hating that you created the fucking style out here,
So how have you been able to, I guess, get your ego to be able to like get to that point? Because I feel like there's a lot of ego in. Like,
when did that ego problem probably die down? Well, you gotta remember, like, I'm glad you asked that question because, like, I think I had an ego probably in like when I was doing like cover art.
Okay.
Because to keep it real with you, you want me to get all like questionable, controversial. Like, I was developing this horror design of graphics, right? Where you put like, you're referencing VHS like horror back designs or whatever.
Okay.
I was doing that in like 2015, and I was getting known for that. What? So people were copying me in the cover art days, and I'd get so offended. I'd send all my goons over there. But like, by the time I was doing clothes, we're talking like 6 years into my career. Like, I've been designing like on my phone on, Photoshop since I was in 10th grade, for like a living, like on my own, like rent free since I was 23, going on 24. A month before I turned 24. But just to share with y'all that, like, I don't know. Like, luckily, like, they do say, like, success tastes sweet whenever you get it, like, the right way. And that's how I feel. Like, I don't get offended. I laugh at that shit. Like, there's literally, there's people who come to my office all the time that, like, copy me. It's like, what are you going to do? Like, think about when you go to Rodeo Drive. Hermes is right next to Dior. Dior is right next to Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton, etc. And guess what? Everyone's visiting each of those stores.
Okay.
It's not about, I'm just going to Dior. I'm not listening to y'all. People are going to every single store. When you're looking for chips, everyone likes hot Cheetos, yeah, but sometimes you feeling Doritos.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feeling Funyuns, fuck it, I'm gonna grab this soda today. There's variety, and you gotta accept that. And so, what if you inspire them, bro? That's what you're supposed to do on Earth.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between inspiring somebody, like, oh, this guy inspired me to do better, or like, man, I fuck with his graphics, I'm gonna do this perspective. That's cool with me. But like, like, don't copy me. Copying me is so fucking annoying. I hate when people copy me. But like, if you get inspired by me, fuck it. And don't do it by like trying to be my friend either. That's when I get offended.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like, nah, I don't really like they're just, they don't know better. They're just copying me. Who gives a fuck? Like, it's hard not to. That's the way I see it. It's hard not to copy me.
I mean, it's true at the end of the day, because like I feel like you are the one doing this shit, and like the fact that you don't just work for yourself, every brand wants to have your design work. You know, like
we work with a lot of
yeah.
brands.
What's your favorite brands that you work with, or even currently are working with?
Favorite brand? I can't speak on those projects, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
unfortunately, they're kind of like private business. I wish I could, but like I can't speak on their behalf.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? About
Yeah.
like what they want me to
But
speak on.
let's just say you work with like everybody in the industry, basically, from Lil Wayne to Rey Mysterio to like everybody, basically. You know, like so.
My boy, no, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have a whole wall over there as well, which is
That
crazy
shit
to just see a
outdated.
whole wall.
The next 3 years, well, the last 3 years, we haven't thrown out any of those on the wall. This is just like the first 3 years of the sandbox. The next these last 3 years, we have like so many people. We gotta put Junior Acha up there. We gotta put Nicki Minaj, my boy.
From the town that I'm from, Junior Anchi.
That's right.
Yeah, shout out him.
Damn, that's right. You want to shout out your hometown or what?
Yeah, shout out Provo, bro. Shout out Provo, Utah.
Shout out to Provo, Utah, man. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
Provo
cool.
in the chat.
So how much like money comes from like design work compared to your brand? Is it like 50-50 or is it?
I'm gonna say like 90% of it is it fluctuates. It depends like what's performing that month, right? Like I'm designing. Is my designing performance better, or is it my brand performance better? But it's usually 90 to 95% is like my brand, and then like 5-10% is like designing for other people. And like I've learned to like separate myself from like those funds and just make sure that like I'm on it. You know what I'm saying?
But you can like not drop for like 6 months because you can just make money off designs.
I could if I want to, but like we're trying to like make a sustainable company. Like I'm super much like if I want to get like if I want to make some money, I could go through my contacts. I go through my Instagram. You know, I have a lot of work. I'm going to a meeting right after this. You know what I mean? Like when I get home, there's still things I need to communicate and still work on it. It's overcame my lifestyle, but like now it's a matter of like what's the best purpose of my time.
So how do you go about picking like who you want to work with or who you are gonna work with? Like,
I mean, that's just all variability, you know. It just depends on like who you like, who pays the most, you know what I mean, who's the easiest to work with, who can respect your work, you know, who pays on time, who shows respect. There's a lot of aspects, you know, but like we do a fair share of like vetting our clients. We have clients that are like multi-millionaires that we decide like, you know what, this guy's ideas are sporadic. He's all over the place. Should we work with him? This guy seems like he's gonna waste our time. But I've done every transaction, good, best case scenario to worst case scenario every time. I've done thousands of transactions my whole life. I don't mean to like brag or anything like that, but like I've seen it go as good. Everyone high fives each other to hate. Everyone hates each other. This fool owes me money. I don't know what. Like I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I've done it all. My cash has burnt. You know what I mean? Like it's been a lot of downsides and good sides of doing production for people, but like nevertheless, it's like it's a service that not too many people offer. So we're proud to announce that we could, you know, apply our clients with the right tools.
Yeah. And so how do you find the balance between like business and friendships with like artists or people close?
Well, business. Well, I understand that. Like I always tell people, like, where do we meet? We met at this office. Or like, where do we meet? Because I'm Blazzy, you know, like. If I met you on the street, that's different, you know. Like even if I met you as Blazzy, that's different. Like you're still my homie, you know. We're still friends. There's a lot of friends that I have. Usually, I choose not to do business with them. You know, they're just my friends. Like, I need an escape from that. Like tomorrow, I'm not planning on doing shit, but just staying home by myself, just to decompress, just to like live a little, bro, just to chill. You know, I'd be working a lot. And then tomorrow, I gotta go right back. Sunday, I gotta go right back at it. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna go sleep tonight till like 3, 4 a.m. It's like 10 p.m. right now, like 9 p.m. Like, fuck, you know.
We
But
appreciate you for doing this, and especially inviting us in your office. You know, like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
thank you
yeah,
so much for. I'll take one last question.
for sure. I was gonna say, what's the importance of packaging for a product?
The importance of packaging is everything. Listen, whenever one of us goes and gets the opportunity to buy something from Louis Vuitton, from any of these like, you know, like designer brands, I tend to keep the boxes. Why? I do not know. You just want those boxes there. And
Yeah.
can I explain to you the effect that that gives you? That gives you shamefulness for throwing it away. The effect that this box is so important to you makes it a thing that you cannot throw it away instantly. Go put your fucking shoelaces in there. Go put your socks. Go put it in a corner. Figure it out. And I think I want people to get the same effect out of my boxes. So we make sure that that's definitely a topic of discussion. When it comes down to production, we're literally talking like a hair, like a strain of hair off somebody's head, off like the pricing. You know what I mean? Like, but the attention and the budget is still like half and half. You know what I mean? Like we respect the box design as much as we respect the product, if not more at times. And we really respect the fuck out of the packaging. Like that becomes a thing. Sometimes we do our slip ups, but like for the most part, we make sure that's a topic of discussion at all times.
And how do you deal with like the pricing? Sorry, like
The pricing, I look at it. I don't. We just had a client push up, and I told him how much he's selling if he was to look at it, and he couldn't give me an answer. And I told him like I just look at products, and I'm like, I would spend 150 on that. I'd spend $60. I spent $15, $20. You do the math backwards, you know. Sometimes they become more than you expected. Sometimes they become less. But like you gotta understand yourself first as a consumer and relate to your audience. This isn't about getting money, bro. If there's a way to get about getting money, like, bro, yeah, you get chili. Yeah, I could go buy a T-shirt right now. That's cool. Whatever. Go buy a chain. But the fact is, like, you know, you can do that with crypto. If it's about money, go do real estate. Go fucking go learn law. I heard those fucking lawyers make so much money. You feel me? Like that, and that's no problem. Shout out to all of those people. But like, this ain't about money. It's about like just showing people it's possible at this point. Like. I ain't really tripping about shit like that.
oh yeah, my boy. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you
Oh
for giving
yeah.
us some of your time.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
thank you
Thank
so
you for
much,
having
bro.
us.
Oh yeah, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.